Hi, and thank you for joining me today. I'd like to take you through how to create a quick and simple video using the tool WeVideo from pictures or images that you may have from your classroom, from a project, or perhaps a recent trip. So from the dashboard, we'll first click on Projects. This gives us access to any projects that we've either created or have been shared with us. I'm going to work within my tutorial projects folder and create a new project. So from this screen, you'll want to come up with a name for your project. This will be our wind turbine project. And for the project type for this, we're just going to choose personal. That's just a one-on-one project that you're creating yourself and you're not collaborating with anyone on. I'm actually going to click next on this so I can show you how to import and upload your media. And we're going to now create a video using a blank edit. This will allow us to have a clean slate and build our video from scratch. The first item to point out is that your screen may or may not look like mine. WeVideo gives you two options for the editing mode. We're going to use the storyboard editing mode. You'll know which editing mode you have by clicking on this three-line menu or the hamburger menu. If you look all the way at the bottom, here I have switched to timeline. If I click on that, you're going to notice that now I have a different line for various elements that I incorporate into my video. So if your screen looks like this, you want to click on the hamburger menu and switch to storyboard, as we're going to use the storyboard mode to create this simple project. So now we'll just take a quick tour around the screen. There are a couple main areas for us to look at. The first is the media library. So this is where you will find videos and pictures and various elements to incorporate within the video that you are creating. The next on this right side is our preview menu. This is where you can view the footage as you're building the video. Along the lower portion of your screen here, we have the timeline or storyboard. In this case, we're looking at our storyboard. We're going to create our story here. We can assemble, arrange, and edit, and we'll build our clips in this area. The last area to point out is just this menu along the top, and especially along the right-hand side. This is where you have the undo and redo options in case you need to use those as we're building our video. So we're starting with our storyboard just as the blank canvas. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to incorporate some media of your own. So if you note, first I would click on the second tab, the media tab, and then find the green cloud where it allows you to import media. One of the great things about WeVideo is that you're able to import from your media from so many different areas. You can use Google Drive, OneDrive, and many different social media accounts also. You can also simply browse to select items from your own computer to import into WeVideo. Right, so I've already pulled together a few wind turbine pictures that I know that I want to use. So after you have your media, all you have to do is simply click the plus, and then notice that whenever I do that, the picture or video, we're just going to use pictures for this example, will populate in your storyboard. So let's grab a few more pictures here. Great. Now within your storyboard, you're able to click and drag to reposition photos, so that way you can get your timeline in the exact perfect order that you would want. I have one more planning photo here to use towards the beginning. So one item to note is that whenever you click onto any given rectangle in the storyboard, you have different menu items that appear. Here I'm able to open a clip editor, import effects, or I could delete an item if I did not want it. If I open the clip editor, I have three options along the top. The first is to incorporate captions for any clip. So this is the planning stage. You'll see that as I type this, I'm able to see it along the right-hand side. I'm going to use the lower third as my view. I can change this for any font that I might like, and I can also use this slider to determine the size of my text. I'm now going to come to the next tab and edit my picture a bit. So I notice this isn't the best view, and so I'm going to reposition. I can also resize my photo, and I can just simply click and drag to give this a better view into my final video. Once I'm done, I can click Done Editing, and now that will be reflective in my storyboard at the bottom. Another piece of editing I need here is we need to rotate this picture. So I'm going to open the clip editor, and then notice I could incorporate a caption. I'm going to leave this one blank as she's still in the planning phase, and this easily allows me to rotate by 90 degrees clockwise, counterclockwise. I can also invert it horizontally and vertically, or stretch to fit. Okay. Let's see, so if I'm going to stretch to fit this here, I might zoom in just a little and then bring that down. There's also a nice feature where you can blur the background in order just to make it a little less distracting as you work through your video. Okay. Our next feature is to look at a theme that you can incorporate. Themes are located along the left side. Whenever I have a theme that I want to test, I can click and I will get a quick preview along the right side. Once you've determined a theme that you like to use, simply click Use this theme, and then notice that will be applied to all of the elements within your storyboard. I now have transitions and a quick title that I can use. We'll want to edit that title slide in order to make that have the most sense for our video. So we'll call this, let's call it Class of 2026 Wind Turbine Project. I can select the font, keep that consistent, and also the size. There we go. Great. And I can preview this actual clip. And once I'm happy with that, I'll click Done Editing. Now I can preview my entire video. And once you're happy with every element, then you're ready to move on to the finishing stage.